So this is part of Poetry Town. Check out poetrytown.ie. We have poets doing pop-up performances all across Dublin this evening. Next up we have an absolute force of nature. She is one of Ireland's finest rappers, an incredible performance poet as well. And would you please give, do you want to grab, bring that over. First of all, I say poetry, you say hell yeah. Poetry! 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 Would you please give a massive welcome to temperamental MissElayneous!
Hello everyone.
How's it going?
Thank you in advance for giving me your attention. It means a lot.
Very welcome for the left show, love.
This is a good, powerful mic.
Oh yeah.
I hope that sounds all right. I'm Elayne Harrington, also known as Temperamental MissElayneous. Thank you very much, Aidan, for the introduction, and thank you for the invitation to do this for Soapbox Poetry Ireland Culture Night. I'm going to start with one, and I'm sorry to be reading off my phone, but I think there's nothing wrong with doing that from time to time, because all the young people that are into hip-hop and rapping tend to read off their phones, so I'll follow their footsteps and do it right, and then I'll read off paper. So here we go. This one is just one I decided I'd do right now, as per advice from my friend Carl Parkinson right there, because we're outside Polonaise. So it's kind of appropriate. I won't over-explain it, but I wrote this when I went on Erasmus. Erasmus is an international exchange program for people who are lucky enough to go to college and then go abroad for a year of their college, right? So I went to Poland, and my husband is Polish, and we weren't married at the time, but I was really afraid to leave him, you know, back here in Ireland. And but I did it anyway, and I learned a good bit of Polish. So I did an English version and a Polish version of this song, or this poem rather, and I'm going to give you the English version, right? Polska robbing our culture, Polska seducing our beloved, Polska wooing our girls, Polska our brother in arms, Polska in pain, Polska wiping our tears, to leave my love to be in his place of birth, his country of origin, to sigh where he has sighed, to wonder why I leave his side, to go to his past and try navigate the future. To know you, I leave your side, to know each thorn. Polska, always with desert. Polska, with its men all husbands. Polska, my new lover. Polska, where I'm unashamed to pray. Polska, where I changed my mind. Polska, where I fell in love. Polska, destined for a fall. Polska of olive branch and dove. That one is for Tomasz Adamczyk, who gave me a lend of his second name. I'll try one on the bell run. Two, fit spiritually conditioning, human capacity, chastity, pressure, oppressing soul submission, worldly trials and goals, slaves to gravity. Is anybody listening? Dogmatic depravity. Exerting bodies to push closer to earth, short and tired, ungodly is the high of the dirt. Arctopic existence, diver around the source, amniotic drown in submersion, bound by force. Resign yourself to symptomatic relief. Tranquilize, close your eyes, sycophantic obedience. Imagination's palpable, fantasy, truth, reality, unpalatable, deflower right through one. Holy moons ago, once in a red galaxy. Power struck the heart of man by Jove's best weaponry. Control, anthropological Play-Doh, square peg, round hole, autodidactic, let go, all together. Let go, one more time, come on, let go, all together, let go, autodidactic, let one is called Trotting Talisman. You recognise a bit of alliteration there, you know, the old poetry tools, what do they call them, tools? Devices, poetic devices. I didn't learn this one in school, mind you. Trotting Talisman. I wrote this about horses. I want to dedicate this one, and indeed this entire set, I would like to dedicate to Kenneth O Connor, a beloved friend of mine who recently died. This one for him, Kenneth. Very good. Listen to this then. Maternal mare, galloping where fools stumble. Juxtaposed foes cantering. Weather-worn war depiction. Card before victim. Hero saw Leander's lantern. Lion-tailed, clumsy hooved. Only due to your man-made shoes. Your master's stretched, greedy grimace. The race you'll always lose. You do not blush, won't yield to woe. Self knotted by bridle, self o'er the cliff you throw. Freed by madness, wild is your truth tame, forelock triumphant and framing, strawberry blonde mane. Silent pride, poxed by human error, contaminant break in by inducing terror, walking, jumping, trawling, companion, feeling, thinking, dreaming, stallion. You slip on dew-graced tarmac Adam. I feign to see not your shame, crimson clad and black my onyx, jewel born of celestial myth, nature's conflict of elements, dental dominance reduced by bit. Couple born, sense purity, virgin's lap to soothe upon, grasp your crest for security, fair palm to rest your chin groove on. Boxer, gunpowder, Tiernan Oak, Schleppnir, Kelpie. You care not for titles, words cower beneath your mute solemnity. Equity. We love you more than we can offer generously. How many hands high is your trust in the enemy? Thank you. We're in the presence of a friend of a fantastic rapper and graffiti artist repping hip-hop in Dublin. What's your name, brother? Glenn. Big up Glenn. You up, big up Glenn! I'm going to give the Bowron a bash.
Do it!
This is for all the Buachaillí Dana. Buachaillí Dana obsolete as a kind lemachunga. Gauge are you dangerous planticizers in the mala. Great respect for us and our global mongrel breed. Other blood there's not spilled where the Irish blood bleeds free. Strange blend of gruff, feral, shyness, pride, conceit. Car before the horse, abolish I after E. Ireland versus Aaron, bring it back to back in the day. God conceives all worship within hedges whether to pray. Illegalized school and teaching, banished the native tongues. Trading our heaven sakes for souls through emigration. Our motherland's miscarriage, for greenfield orphans. Enslavement, abomination like our black brothers orphaned. Heritage reclaimed, the flag embers, wearing of the green. Protest arrest for not laughing at the term jack-in. The idea of arming all paddywhackers with a gun. The pneumonia-induced cell murders can never be undone. Terence Wheeler! Race on songs and stories, negligence designed. The purging bones of heroes, marrow just refined. The noblest of shells set adrift on foam that knows where it's from, so it borrows our homestead as its own.
Yes, yes.
Good stuff. Tell Abs I was asking for them. Listen, last number, thanks very much for your attention. I really feel a great flow of energy coming off you. I do appreciate that. It means a lot. And just put your hands together on the cusp of that applause for Aidan, who's doing the representing and doing the sound. Big up. I'm going to end with this sort of, well, I would like to call it my epic poem. It's for It's called Soul's Quench.
Soul's Quench. Quench your soul.
Wait. Stall your thoughts to call mine home. My loyalty lies tight, flesh on bone. That phrase at the edges, let sleeping dogs lie. Shifting sediments of the seas, paw print ever embedded, drown in the black depth of these and thine eye. Howl at the moon, o'er the foam, hand over your heart, new tricks ripped and sewn, to aged tapestries of happily tame prose and poem. Quadruped legged, steady till dead, smell trouble, necropolis is your bed. Pulling of heartstrings to draw the tight closed, imposing black magic Macbeth, tablature morose. Fall to rise and falter wise, holy fidelity is your guise. Worn with ribbon, lover, so long, forlorn love unhidden, melodyless song. So long, so long. She puts on old runners, wipes clown white off face, admires the grime hard works collected, thanks Our Lady for God's grace, samples a taste of otherwise bland colour to folk, her practical scheme, part of the wise crack, grand joke. Stands beneath the sky for cover, can't understand anything less complex than love thee as thy brother. Rubbernecks at the roadkill and scoffs not to cry, believes in all and in nothing, the local catcher in the rye. Sensible and still rolls her foot from ball to heel, posture stiff, structure with a voluptuous appeal, curtains drawn. But your imagination is bare, concrete caress, mutual meditative stare. Girl next door, knick-knack faceless boy, I draw you to life. Wishing on nebulae, praying to galaxies that I'll never be our type. She won't accommodate feelings of shame upon tilting her soup bowl. Beg your pardon is a fashion, wears it loosely when it's cold. Watching labourers collect rubble of the heart and spit the flavour off their palates while spilling souls quench and bad words like odes to their enemies. Sisters' worries as scarves, and nephews do the puppet march, tripping and falling and tripping and falling for the sake of their own, spoiling others' fun because daddy's promises were undone. Blameless sun shadows catching up, you run, you run, you run. Trickeries of the trade, citizens' polite lingo for slave, too controversial for a knave, her life's no story but a stave. So tick-tock, linear clock, just because I don't believe in you doesn't make you stop. Toe, toe, toe the line, destiny is your dream. Verily, 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 life's no sin. My heroes are blind, they pluck the log out of their eyes and surrender their tear ducts to deserts of desolation that they witness from behind their own retinas, scrolled far and wide, tattooed across the surface of their minds. Inward reflection, navel gazers, painfully thorough introspection, the most faithful believers. Scrolls and swallows, flights and gloves, pushes and shoves, rough and tumble, succumbing to camaraderie born of fear. Suburban wood pigeons and rock doves are not exempt, though no children of Lear. Thank you very much. Give it up. Soapbox Poetry, Poetry Ireland. Culture Night 2021.
Give it up for Elayne Harrington, aka Temperamental MissElayneous. Check her out online. She had some great live stuff she was doing with her husband. He was DJing, she was rapping on top of it. Check all those things out online. I highly, highly recommend it. We are doing this for Poetry Town, Ireland, poetrytown.ie.